I was just asking Austin, tell me a little bit about Xavier Thomas, what you've seen from him this year.
Obviously, I saw a freshman who came in and didn't feel like anything was owed to him. Felt like he wanted to work for everything that he's achieved and accomplished. And I've seen just his progression throughout the season, and it's been really, really good to see. So, just a guy who's a humble kid, hard worker, and isn't entitled even with all the accolades he came in with. So.
What stands out to him as far as physicality goes and what he brings to the defensive line?
Well, he has a lot still to develop, you know what I mean? Obviously, a lot of things like playing at this level, the type of physicality that you need, that takes time to develop. But I would say he came in, ready to take on those things and ready to, with the right mindset and attitude to really embrace the challenge that comes with being a freshman and playing at the same game speed that this one plays at. I would say that obviously his natural giving ability and just his intensity is something that, gives him an opportunity to have a chance to come in and play, and that's what he kind of exploited throughout the season. So that's really, really good to see.
So I guess the next question would be, the defensive line is losing a lot of talent and a lot of leadership this year. Do you think he would be ready to take that next step and be one of those leaders next season?
It's all on him. I feel like anybody, depending on whoever is going to be here next year. Whether I stay, Dex stays. Obviously, Austin and Christian have no choice. But all those guys, KJ, X, Logan, Justin, and both the Justins have a chance to come in and help lead this group next year because obviously another year better. I told them at this point in the season they're not freshmen anymore, they're sophomores. So most people don't get a chance to play this late in the season. So obviously it's a different mindset they have to have in their development. They can't be thinking like freshmen anymore. They're sophomores now. It's the next step, next level of play they got to take their game to. So I think they can do it for sure. It's all on them. That's all it is, and we're gonna put them in the right position to make the plays and to lead guys, and they just got to want it.
Do you enjoy your role in that, trying to raise the young kids to be the next guys?
It's all about what you leave behind. I don't really care too much about what I would say as far as the outside sources, the media, fans, or. Well, I do care about it, but not as much as like the college football, big, media thing as far as what they say about me. But it's more so about what the people in this facility and the people who I'm with every single day say about when I leave here. It's all about, am I gonna leave a legacy where I don't have to be here for people to talk about my name and the things that I cared about and the people that I cared about. Hopefully those guys can say, Clelin did things this way, and Clelin, held this up to this standard. And that is important to me because it's all about what you leave behind, and you want to leave things better than what you came in at. So for sure.
You obviously already have the legacy of a national championship. What's the ultimate legacy that you'd like to leave? What is setting this year apart from other years?
We just want to be it's always different, every year it's a new team, regardless of the fact. So we set new goals, obviously, and we just want to be the best ever. That's what I feel like. As far as just this team, there's never been a 15-0 team. We have a chance to be the winningest senior class in the history of college football. This senior class has a chance to win 2 national championships under their belt, and which is something no other team in the history of Clemson has done. So it's all based on our standards and our goals. We don't really try to compare ourselves to anybody else. It's all based off what we want, and I just feel like the things we set for ourselves is good enough to get us over the hump.
That could be a lot of pressure, though. How have y'all handled that over the course of this season?
I don't see it so much as pressure. When you come here, you expect those things to happen. Like I said, my class, 2015 class, I remember we said we wanted to be the group that kind of set the new standard here as far as, we want to be a championship contender every single year. And our freshman year, we were surprised by how good we were our freshman year when we went to the national championship and lost. But, when you expect greatness to happen and you put the work in, the pressure really comes off, and it's really more so you're just excited for the opportunity and the chance to go out there and achieve it, you know what I'm saying? Not so much as seeing it as a challenge, but it's more so an opportunity. So that's kind of how I see it. Like you said, it can be pressure if you let that seep in, but you really just got to look at it and not be afraid to fail.
How do you feel like you match up with Notre Dame, having now gotten some chance to study them? Comparatively speaking to other teams you've played this year, how do you feel like you guys match up with them?
We match up. I feel like we match up well. Obviously they do some things that make them a really, really good team. They don't have a weakness, I would say. They're good at all levels of the football, both sides of the ball, offensive line, running back, quarterback, wide receiver, tight end. So, I mean, it's really more so just heightened for us to be on our game at all levels of the defense. It's not just going to be a thing where you really just have to win the trenches, but you got to win the trenches first, and then, you know, the back seven got to take care of the things too, because, you know, they really have no weaknesses as a team, and that's really tough to go about, because as a defense and as a team in general, you try to exploit weaknesses from other teams that you look at, but when you find one that you don't, it really comes just back down to you got to play better than they play. So that's what it really is. You know, they're a very, very good team, and if we don't play well, we're going to get beat. That's the main thing.